Hello sir, my name is Vernon Anan Ayadorai, and in this video I'll be demonstrating the 6 essential knots that we have learned in our outdoor education class. These knots are useful in many situations, from camping and boating to climbing and even first aid. So let's get started. Knot number 1, a reef knot, also called a square knot. So the first knot is the reef knot, also known as the square knot. It's commonly used for joining two ropes of the same thickness, for example, tying bandages or securing bundles. So the steps are, you hold one rope end in each hand, and then you cross the right end of the over the left, and then you tuck it under. Then you cross the left over the right, and you tuck it under again, and then pull both ends tight. There we have it, a neat reef knot. It's strong when tied properly, but can slip if the ropes are of different sizes. So now let's proceed to the second knot. So next we have the sheet bend knot. So it's perfect for joining two ropes of different thickness, such as when you need to extend the rope temporarily. So the steps for a single sheet bend is, first you make a loop at the end of a thicker rope, and then you pass the thinner rope through the loop from behind, and then you wrap it around, and then you tuck it under itself, and then you pull tight. So this is how a single sheet bend looks like. So now for extra strength, let's make a double sheet bend. Now the steps for a double sheet bend. So repeat the same steps, but you wrap the thinner rope around the loop twice before tucking it in. So I'm looping it twice, and then I tuck it in once, like before, and then I'll just pull. So this makes the connection more secure, especially when ropes are under tension. Next we proceed to the third knot. So now we proceed to the third, which is the single and double bowline knot. So the bowline knot is known as one of the most important knots to know. It creates a fixed loop at the end of a rope that doesn't slip or tighten. So the steps for a single bowline knot is, first you make a single loop in the rope, which is called the rabbit hole. You bring the working end through the hole, where the rabbit comes out of the hole. You wrap it around the standing part. You wrap it around, and then you put it back down the hole, and then you pull tight. So this is a single bowline. Which is strong and easy to untie, and it's great for rescue or climbing. So now we'll proceed for the double bowline. For the double bowline, simply make an extra turn around the standing part before bringing the ends back through the loop as before. So we make a double loop, we bring it through the hole, and then bring it back and put it back into the hole, like so, and then you just pull it tight. So this is the double bowline. So this makes the knot even more secure under heavy loads. So now we'll proceed to the fourth knot. So for the fourth knot, it's called the clove hitch knot. So the clove hitch is used to attach a rope to a post or a tree. It's simple and quick to tie, and ideal for starting lashings or setting up tents. So for the steps, I will need an assistant to hold the pole. Assistant? Thank you. So you wrap the rope around the post once, and then you cross it over itself, and then you wrap it again, and you tuck it under the end of the crossing thread, and then you pull tight. So, and there you have a clove hitch. Just remember, it can slip if not under constant tension, so it's best for temporary holds. Now we'll proceed to the fifth knot. Now for the fifth loop, it's called the figure of 8 and the figure of 8 loop. So the figure of 8 knot is another essential knot commonly used in climbing because it prevents the rope from slipping through a device or loop. So the steps for a figure of 8, so you take the rope and then you make a loop, and then you wrap the end around the standing part, and you bring it back through the loop, forming the shape of an 8, and then you tighten it up. Now to make a figure of 8 loop, you follow the steps but start by doubling the rope before tying, like this. So you take the rope again, but then this time it's double. You make a loop, you wrap it around the standing part again, and then you bring it back to the loop, forming the shape of an 8, like like so. It's a bit tight. And then you tighten it up. So this creates a strong fixed loop that often is used in harnesses and climbing ropes. So next we shall proceed to the sixth knot. Knot number 6. From a single figure of 8 to a figure of 8 loop. Now let's transform a single figure of 8 into a figure of 8 loop. The steps are, you start with a normal figure of 8 knot first. So let me do a figure of 8 knot first. This is a figure of 8, a single one. But you don't pull it all the way yet. And then you take the working end of the rope and retrace the original path of the knot backwards, following all the same paths as before. So I just follow the same paths, bring it up, put it back down, and just following the previous path, and then you tighten it. And that's how you convert a single knot into a loop. Perfect for securing yourself or attaching to a carabiner. So today, we've learned 6 important knots. The reef knot, the single and double sheet bend, the single and double bowline, the clove hitch, figure of 8 and figure of 8 loop, and converting single figure of 8 to a figure of 8 loop. Each of these knots has a unique purpose, and mastering them helps us become more confident and capable in outdoor activities. Thank you for watching, sir. I hope this video helps you to understand and practice these knots better. Don't forget, safety first and always double check your knots. Thank you and have a good day.